Dude, sometimes the Enlisted forums is an absolute goldmine for memes. He's raising his shoulders too much. Tell him to relax his shoulders. My man here looks anxious, bro. His shoulders are so high. What? Please consider improving the weapon performance of MKb. Don't give them any ideas. My man Uppalaf here woke up and out of every language in the world, he chose to speak facts. I found the people who asked for the level 36 Mortar Men 2 squad. Facts, bro. No capping here. So basically just days after I released a video reviewing the Pacific's levels, which you should watch to ensure you understand the implications of that set of equipment, they released all the levels and updates they are bringing to the other campaigns. Now I must forewarn you in case you haven't already read it, it's basically just one new level and one premium squad per faction, per campaign. But some of it is quite interesting, and some of it's quite okay, I guess. I don't know. Now if you know me and know my videos, I don't just read aloud to you what's literally typed out on the dev blog, but instead I try to give a well-researched and entertaining opinion on those things. But in the off chance I'm actually wrong about any of those things, which let's be honest, is never, then please let me know in the comments down below, as I personally enjoy being enlightened. In the Tunisia campaign, they just give better caliber anti-tank weapons like the M1 bazooka and the Offenrohr, basically a Panzerschreck for those of you that love that name. Honestly, I hate the Piat, and the bazooka is just so fun to use. I mean, come on. Surely when you were a child you pretended to shoot bazookas at people? Nobody? Just me, I guess. But in short, hard to complain about this change really. Premium squads though are much more interesting. They look very cartoony and entertaining to use on people in game. Supposedly these flamethrowers have 30-meter flame range too, which is much longer than any Flamethrower 1 troop type flamethrowers, but 2 meters shorter than Flame Trooper 2 troop type flamethrowers. Jesus, that was a mouthful.
No, don't make it gay.
But let's be real, you're never going to notice 2 meters.
Don't make it gay.
The Allies version looks kind of normal, apart from the fact that they have what looks like a snail shell shaped gas tank. Bro, look out, it's the green snail from Super Mario. The Axis ones though look like proper pyromancers. They give me such an awesome vibe. I need these guys. Though, the whole point of these flamethrowers is that they are hard to identify, yet nothing in the entire game even looks remotely like these guys. You're going to know exactly what these guys are just by their outfits. That's like trying to hide the red subscribe button in the Tunisian desert. Psst, click that red subscribe button, or I'll send you to live out your days in the Tunisian desert. But what I should say is that these premium squads give you 4 flamethrower troops, as opposed to just 2 in the normal 3 flame trooper squads. And they have an engineer. These squads sound ridiculously overpowered, and I just hope they aren't treading on any pay-to-win territory. We will see this as we play it together, and if you want to find awesome teammates for Enlisted, then you need to join our Discord server. We can help you grind and just have awesome fun with the game. Normandy gets more overpowered automatic weapons, and honestly this meme is once again so true. The STG-44 is an OP addition, but hardly any different to the existing MP43 you get in the campaign. In some ways this is a good thing, as it means there's basically no power addition for these guys and it's just more variety. But in other ways it feels like it should be in Berlin, not Normandy. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy who rants at the screen for your enjoyment. Similarly, the Allies get another Thompson variant, and let's be real, significant improvements? More like hardly any improvements. But the premium squad aircraft for this campaign are ridiculously unbalanced from first look, and I don't use the term unbalanced lightly. Check out my video on the best enlisted campaign for you if you want to know how few things in this game are actually unbalanced. I mean, one gets 2 500-pound bombs, that makes 1,000 pounds, yet the other gets 8 50-kilogram bombs, which is 400 kilograms. Therefore, it's clear that... Wait, hold on a second. These are pounds and kilograms. They aren't the same units. Well, that was embarrassing. Editor Nate, please don't include this part. The Moscow campaign receives the Fedorov for the Soviets, which is already in the game in Berlin. Not entirely sure why they felt the need to bring this over and start making Moscow too similar to Berlin. I mean, all campaigns need to have differences, and if there are just the same weapons but snowy maps on one side and city maps on the other, it's not very unique. A key word I commonly use when describing what we needed for the Pacific campaign. So you should watch my video on the predictions for that campaign, and a lot of them the devs actually listened to, which is awesome. But they seem to not be listening here when it comes to the other campaigns, as the addition of the Fedorov to Moscow shows. But also they said that the rate of fire is not much lower than the PPD. Excuse me, this poor old dev thinks that 600 is close to 900 shots per minute. My poor bro, do you not know that the PPD has a 50% higher fire rate than it? Is 50% more not much to you, bro? Well, I guess that would actually explain Gaijin pricing, to be honest. The Axis get the pure MKb-42H, a weapon they already get the sniper version of in the same campaign, although the sniper and assault rifle versions do perform differently in Stalingrad, where both of them are present. Therefore, my guess is they will also do the same in Moscow. It's kind of strange that they're so different, yet the raw MKb provides such a huge power boost to Moscow Axis that was much needed for that faction. Let me tell you, fellow world champion Para Division knows all about this. Moscow's new premium squads are honestly not that interesting to me, but the name of the Soviet plane, the Lag. Bro, imagine the calls being in the plane. I'm lagging before you shoot down fellow aircraft. Though the Stug here really should not be a premium squad. If you watched my past videos explaining to you how best to spend your orders, then you'd know that everyone just spends their gold vehicle order on the T50 to unlock it from level 1. So this Stug is kind of the only counter to that heavily armoured monstrosity of a tank. The Berlin campaign sees... Dude, show me the person who asked for this 80mm mortar. Who was it? These are going to be so annoying, man. The premium squads also look hilarious. This man is still anxious. Bro, chill. Come on, it's just a game.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
But these premium squad weapons in general are so overpowered. You can try out these things in game and they have literally no recoil, a really quick reload speed and huge magazine sizes. These would be very scary if their uniforms weren't so hilarious. Though what I can say is I love the division's name, in memory of the famous German military genius Clausewitz, which adds a lot of uniqueness to this premium squad. Though this is kind of irrelevant because the MG45 is so historically inaccurate that I just still can't take them seriously. Everyone's favourite campaign, Stalingrad, has a few useless planes as the new levels, though the USSR one has 6 missiles, which actually makes this quite viable to use in game. Darkflow Soviet bias. As for the premium squads, medics. Wait, female medics. Not gonna lie, this kind of squad is exactly what should be a premium squad, and the devs have done very well here. Something super unique with unique voice lines, weapons, and outfits. They're perfect. I mean, they're cool. But strangely, these medics are going against international conventions and are running into the thick of it. And they get awesome assault rifles. Though, looking at the stats, I'd actually rather have the PPSh 41 than the PPSh 2 for whatever reason. But the German medics literally could not stand out more. And remember, the Soviets didn't exactly care about the profession of those that they were shooting at, so I guess this just shows Darkflow loves a good war crime, don't they? Darkflow, this was a joke. Please don't sue me. The Romanian SMG though will definitely appease my boy Tornado and all the other Romanian players in our server, which for some reason there appear to be so many. On the whole, the premium squads introduced are much more interesting than the actual 3 new levels in each campaign, which I guess makes sense as they should be unique. Yet I'm really hoping they aren't overpowered and pay to win. But if you want to see a non-pay to win campaign, then check out my video on the important new features of the brand new Pacific campaign. As always, a massive thank you to my supporters whose names are on screen now, but nevertheless it's been an absolute pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.